Hello again, everyone. Joanne with StampingInTheValley.com, and welcome to my craft room. We have been making so many Christmas cards lately. Last night, I just sat in the craft room and I looked around and I was wondering, what else can I do? So immediately, I thought of a Christmas mini album. And this is what we're going to start. I'm going to start a little series on it. Every weekend, we'll do a little bit on it. And so right now, what we're going to dive into is the cover right here. Okay. I'm using the Be Merry DSP. I love this DSP. It's in the annual catalog. It is so traditional with the Cherry Cobbler, Garden Green, and Whisper White that I absolutely thought that this would be a fantastic mini album for Christmas. These are fantastic coffee table books. They're fantastic little books to put together and give to grandparents and that kind of thing. So I make a very inexpensive book. Honest, I save my cardboard from, and this happens to be from the Be Merry right here, DSP. Okay, this comes in the paper. Okay, so I save this cardboard. Now, I also started thinking, you know, I had a lot of people buy my paper share this Christmas. I did a double one and they all sold. I kept one for myself, and this is the one that I'm working out of. So I looked at this and I was like, they are 6x6 sheets. Just like this, okay? 6x6. So how can we maximize that without cutting it? So here's what I came up with. Our covers, the covers, you always want the covers to be a little bit bigger than the inside pages of a mini scrapbook. So my cover is 5.5 by 5.5, and that's what this is. And it's just a piece of this cardboard, just cut. Okay, and it's 5.5 by 5.5, and then our pages right here, okay, is going to be 5 by 5. Now let's start with covering the cover. I decided on the front one to use this beautiful, almost snowflake-looking green. Okay, and then I put the trees, the Christmas trees, on the back. A great way to think about a book is you always want something solid and then something busy. So when you open the book, this being the inside, it will start like this, okay? Let me show you the kind of binding at the end of this that we're going to use. I have a Zutter, and we will bind this with these metal like rungs they are, and it binds a scrapbook perfectly. There's all kinds of different widths of them. This happens to be a thicker one. We might use a thinner one. It depends on how thick this book gets by the time we're done. Also, what I was thinking of when I thought about doing a mini album, a little series here on my YouTube channel, was I have so many stamp sets for Christmas with the framelits, each of them being builder sets. You've watched me make cards with them. The At Home, which of course has the beautiful door, the one with the staircase and the dog, and so each page as you open this up is going to have some of those elements on it as we work. But right now I want to show you just simply, this is how you start. You cut your cardboard, and then you start to cover your cardboard. So this is the very first step. So now this one is at 5.5 by 5.5. Because I'm going to use this part where it's white with the green, kind of looks like snowflakes right there. On the back page, what you're going to see on the outside is the flip side of that, which is this gorgeous green right here with kind of the snowflakes falling down. I don't know what to call it, but it's speckled. So that's going to be on the outside of our project. So this is a 6x6 sheet, and this is the part that we're going to put the glue on. And this is our back cover, and it's 5.5 by 5.5. Only this is so simple. I make a very, very simple scrapbook, mini scrapbook, and I just chose this size as a little bigger than what I usually do. I usually do things that are really small, like 3 by 5, something like that. Okay, now you want to get your Tombow and get it to the edges. Put your dots on the edges here. and use your Tombow with this. Okay. And now you're going to flip this over, and you're going to leave a lip around the edges. This is about a 1/4 inch around, okay? And you're just going to adhere your cardboard to your piece of paper. Now, I want to get used to, with this project, always using your bone folder when you're starting. I want you to take your bone folder and press this cardboard into the paper. What this does is smash out that glue underneath and gives you good solid coverage. And you can actually feel it flattening it out as you use your bone folder across it. Okay, so just like that. Now, at each of these corners, because we want to fold this paper down, okay, you're going to get some snips. Now, look at this junction right here. I hope I don't have too much of a shadow in here this morning. But at this junction right here, okay, you don't want to clip it right to the tip of the cardboard. Come out just a little bit, and I'll show you why. And you just want to cut across, but leaving just a little bit of that paper just right there, if you can see that. Okay, leaving just, I'll let that camera focus right there. So you want to do all 4 sides like that. Cutting it across. Just like that, okay? Now, with each of these edges, you want to push it up against your cardboard. Take your fingers and push it up against your cardboard. Fold it down, okay? Take your bone folder, and I want you to work toward yourself, okay? Just like that, in little increments, getting it flat up against that cardboard. Okay, now turn it. And I'm left-handed, so you might have to, you might be doing it this way. If you're right-handed, it doesn't matter. I'm left-handed, though. Okay, so that's the first thing that I do, is take my paper and I kind of break the fibers down first with my finger. Okay, and then I hold it and I work my bone folder down to give me a nice crisp edge. This is going to start your book, so you really want this part to be just as crisp as can be. Now watch this little edge where we left it out a little bit. When we glue this down, you're going to get a nice corner right there. Look at how nice that's going to look on that side. Okay? Just like that. So over to this side. And again, just work it down. And then here. And it doesn't take long. And if you want 6 pages in there, then, you do the front and the back, and then 6 of the cardboard inserts, just like this. And you'll make these just the same way, okay? Okay, then you're going to take your Tombow, and right here in this crease, right here, get your Tombow out, and you're going to get kind of right down in there, because Tombow is going to squish. So I found it best to just run a bead right there, very thin, guys. And it's going to squish out. It's okay if it squishes out, but I'm just saying you just need a thin bead of Tombow right here. Okay, use your fingers. Mine's already squishing out. You can already see it squishing out right there. Okay, and then I'm going to use my bone folder, and I want to push it down. And any of my glue right here, I'm just going to wipe it off. Okay. And now I'm going to work myself around this entire square. Okay, and I'm going to stay on camera. We're going to do this together. Okay, and we want to go around each and every one. Wouldn't it be nice to give this as a nice gift? To a grandparent or a special aunt, or, you know, your mom. You can make it of all the kids, you know, even if there's not grandchildren involved. Now look at how nice these corners are coming. And yes, I am getting glue all over my fingers. It's okay. Okay, look, I want you to see how nice these corners are coming. Right there. Isn't that great? So that's why we just cut a little bit away from the point, so that that is accomplished. Okay, I'm going to fold this over. Now, this is 5.5 by 5.5. And now we're going to need a piece of DSP. Look how nice that is, okay? Using my bone folder. Okay, everything's going to stick to me because I've got glue on my fingers. Okay. Okay. So this is nice and down, and look at those corners, guys. That is a nice way to make your scrapbook. Okay, this is 5 by 5. So we want a sheet of DSP that is 5 by 5. And these are your 6 by 6 sheets from like a paper share, or you could, you know, just cut them at 5.5 by 5.5. That's what, I'm sorry. Yes, this is 5.5 by 5.5, not 5 by 5. We're doing the cover. I cut a piece of the Be Merry DSP to 5.5 by 5.5. I had to cut away and get the glue off my fingers. And this piece, again, we are doing the back cover, so it is 5.5 by 5.5. So that's what I cut this to. It has those cute little mittens on that side. But for the back cover, I really want this deep cherry cobbler right there. Okay, and see how it covers all of that up for you? This is a great, easy way to start, especially beginners. I also turned on another light here. I hope the lighting's a little bit better. It's kind of gloomy outside. Looks like it's going to snow today here in Upper East Tennessee in the mountains. Okay, so, and again, I'm just going to get my Tombow all over that and then flip this over. And again, with the Tombow, you've got that teeny bit of wiggle room to where you can really line this up nicely if you need to, you know, get it right where you want it, okay? Just like that. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that, guys. If you have a little bit at the bottom, we can trim that. No big deal. Use your Tombow. Use your bone folder and really squish out that glue. Just like that. Okay, and I think we have just a little bit of paper right here, so I'll just get my snips and cut this back. Beautiful, just like that. Okay, here's our back cover. Look at that, guys. That's as quick as we made that. So let's look at what we've got so far, because I don't have one to show you. I just thought about this last night, and I was like, yes, we are going to do a mini album. So here's our back cover. Here's our front cover. They are both at 5.5 by 5.5. Then our inside piece is at 5 by 5. So when this opens up, then we will start to layer these in here. Now, when I get back on camera, I'm going to have all of my cardboard pieces covered with my paper, and I'm going to show you then how we're going to start to embellish everything. I hope you're going to enjoy this series on how to make a mini scrapbook. I'm using the Be Merry DSP. Please continue to watch. This is the first of many. And this is the first time I'm doing this, so hang in here with me. So the next time I get back on again, we will have the insides put together. We'll put one together on camera, and then I'll show you how many I have, and we're going to start to embellish our book. So thanks again for watching. Happy crafting, and I hope you enjoy this little series.